Arnold Classic is an annual event that takes place every May right here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now this fourth edition proves to be bigger and better than before, as it includes 28 new sporting codes such as pole fitness, 10-pin bowling, tennis and swimming, just to mention a few, but it mainly focuses on the strongmen and bodybuilding. The great thing about the Arnold Classics is that it gives local competitors a chance to compete with international ones without having to leave Africa.
Arnold Classic 2019, as always, is magic. The vibe is awesome. The athletes are all pumped up. This is an exciting event, and I have great admiration for the Terminator, the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. In my view, he's one of the great legends of sport, simply because he hasn't only taken from sport, but he's giving back to sport.
I've been here in Arnold Classic for 3 years now. But every year it's a different experience. Every year it's a different good experience. Like you see like different extreme sports. You will think that it's only fencing, but there's more actually. So it's been a good experience for me.
I think we've had experience with the Arnold Classic for the last 3 years, and with the structure and the setup of the venue and getting the people here, it wasn't such a bad or it wasn't difficult. We had quite an easy transition and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves.
To be part of something so great, and there's so many fantastic athletes here. It's not just long drive and golf. It's a thing called sport, and sport, we all know, it brings us together.
But sport remains a beacon of hope for our youth going forward.
I did my first competition. I only did a strongman competition just for something to do on the weekend, and like 20 guys showed up and they were bigger than me. I was like, what am I doing here? So anyway, I nearly won the competition. I came third out of 20 guys who had been competing all the time. So I said, geez, I'll stick with this.
I have competed against international athletes before at the IFBB Amateur Worlds in 2017. So luckily I sort of have an idea of what it's like to be around them. But this is a whole different level because it's the elite pro level. So it's a dream come true, and it's really amazing to just be able to share stage with them.
I've been competing with them. I went to the Worlds last year, came fourth in the world. I've been competing with them, so I try to take their routine and how they are doing things so that I can use it for this one, for the Arnold Classic Africa.
This is my second pro competition. I participated last year and I came fifth, but it's hard this year. It's very hard.
It's actually a really exciting sport and requires a lot of skill and strength to do properly, not like the other stuff that we hear about. So there are different divisions. Like I generally perform in the artistic division, which is more expressive and emotional. There's a sports division, which is more comparable to gymnastics. And then there is the exotic and classique division, usually where, you'll wear the sky-high heels and, be a little bit more sensual in your movement.
Over the years, as I've been part of fencing, I feel like it's gradually growing, even though people don't recognize it as much as the other sports. Because every time I bump into people, I have to constantly explain what fencing is and how it works.
It's just such an incredible sport, artistically, sport-wise, and we have also a thing called pole battle, where one person battles the other. It's a 1-minute battle on either side of the thing, and then they go through a next round. So yeah, there's a lot, and then we have parapole as well, which is people in wheelchairs that have sight disabilities, amputees, neck injuries.
It's actually a big sport in Africa. Other African countries consider fencing in the same caliber as other major sports like your netball, your cricket, and some sort. I think it's just South Africa that is not considering fencing as big as the other sport, but other African countries definitely consider it to be a big sport.
It's only this year that I started being a coach. I've always been competing as an athlete. I'm still an athlete as well. Being a coach, it's challenging because you have to deal with different characters and you also have to motivate the athletes. So it is challenging, but I'm enjoying it and I'm learning.
We're trying to hype it up, get more involvement. Our crowds have got bigger. We've got 300 plus crowds. We've got 20 to 40 athletes now. And we've also opened an amateur event called Grid Outdoors Amateur.
I'm finding it fun. Everyone's got its own talents, its own strength. Everyone is different, but at the end of the day, it comes down to who's the best on the day of the championships.
To compete with the guys in America, you're having to swing at about 145 miles to 150 miles an hour. Ball speed probably about 210 miles an hour to be one of the top players out there. And I mean, the South African guys have got it.
I had a really good day in the beginning of the day. some things didn't go my way, but that's how competition works. I had some really good events. I came in strong. I represented my country, I feel, very well. And I think I did a pretty good job of showing my presence here amongst some of the strongest men on the planet. And I'm trying to make an impact and just get my name out there. Let everybody know that I belong at the top with them.
Yeah, I like South Africa. I won here 2 years ago. Last year I can't come here because I miss fly. So I am here this second, my third time. But I'm not happy so much.
Oh, definitely, yeah. This is an amazing experience, like to be here with all these athletes. Like there's 24,000 athletes here this weekend. I can't believe that. There's a crazy amount of athletes. You wouldn't think there's that many in the world, let alone here in one place. So yeah, I'll definitely be back.
I feel like this is possibly the best package that I've bought before in all my competitions. Just as a personal preference, I would say that this is probably the best package that I've bought, I hope. But yeah, I've enjoyed it, I really, really have. It's an amazing show.
I've been competing in strongman about 6 years now. Currently I'm 4 times Ireland's strongest man, and I'm the UK strongest man as well.
Competing in IFBB Pro Elite in South Africa, Arnold Classic, Africa, for the first time pro lineup. So everything is going well, but it's tough. So we had to do some different tricks so that I can put on more size, and at the same time must have more cut on top.
First thing I do is get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have my first meal, and my first meal is normally 10 raw eggs mixed with some protein, blend it and drink it back. So after that delicious meal, my next 7 meals following that, I eat every 3 hours after that, and they're all steak, 10 ounces of steak. I use venison, or sometimes I've been known to use horse meat, and vegetables, and some potatoes, because I'm from Ireland, you know. That's all we eat over there.
Well, my diet will always have all the macronutrients in it, of course, and what I eat leading into the competition depends solely on my condition at the time. So if I'm a bit further away from where I should be, I'll obviously decrease my carbohydrates a little bit, but generally I keep those in right through, but obviously they'll just drop as I go. But my diets, I cut out sugar, I have to do that, and my cheats are very limited as we lead into show.
I try to eliminate carbohydrates and try to eat more high fiber food and high protein food. I'm trying to take my meals to 12 meals, 10 sometimes, so that I can maintain the size at the same time.
I train about 5 days a week. I do like four normal weight training sessions, like deadlift, the squat, the pressing. I do 2 pressing sessions, and in the weekend I do my strongman session, and that's lifting stones, pulling trucks, lifting logs, lifting people, kind of lifting whatever's in front of you.
I train twice a day, every day, Monday to Saturday. So I'll do my fasted cardio first thing in the morning and my weights in the afternoon.
Well, we're looking for the athletes that, depending on the division, but it's the athlete that best entails a combination of features. So with the men's bodybuilding, we're looking for muscular size with a balance and symmetry, and then also how low the body fat is, basically.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy. It takes everything. It's more tougher than training. Actually, posing, it's more tougher than training. That's the most difficult thing. So especially when you depleted, no carbs, no water, you're just sipping and all those things. Yeah, no energy at the same time, and you need to hold poses throughout. Yeah.
I'm panting mainly because you go out of breath. It's a very hard process, having to flex your muscles for a short period of time, but it has to come out as the judges intended to.
Self-doubt, definitely self-doubt, but that's something every athlete has, I'm sure, I assume, and something I think we will always have, and I think it has its disadvantages and its advantages. It pushes you to do better and try and be better.
Everybody's getting prepared, everybody's getting good, everybody's working hard out there, and you just have to keep up with the rest of the athletes.
Okay, my name is Dion Masters, and my organization is Strongman Corporation, and I come to the Arnold Classic because I am the head organizer of all of the strongman events worldwide.
Tanning can mean whether you're in first place or third place or worse. The main important thing, a lot of people when they're tanning think they have to be dark. You don't want to be dark, because if you get too dark, it's going to wash out your definition. So with the G-Antenna color, its design has a little bit of mahogany color in it. It's designed trying to warm up your skin tones to make your physique pop.
When I travel to the events, I help the organizer. I oversee the events to make sure all of the competitions are in sync with each other, so that way there's no confusion for the athletes. I make sure everybody's following the rules. And I always want to see what new talent is out there as well.
Argentina has been a sponsor of the Arnolds for 30 years in Columbus, Ohio. I started out with Arnold there. He was using my tanning products when he was doing all of his movies, and that's how I first met him. And then I started doing the show in Columbus, and now I'm doing the other Arnolds, but South Africa is my favorite. This is my favorite place in the world to be.
Representing Volvic, we are making sure that we give quality A-grade balls, as is the #1 color golf ball in the world, and we're hoping to grow in the golf industry.
I was already big and strong, and I said, God, what am I going to do with all this strength? And I said, you know what, I'm going to be a strongman.
It's practically a dream come true. I mean, who wouldn't want to lift in front of the Terminator?
You know, today's been great because visiting all the different venues and seeing all the activities taking place, you know, you can't really pick and choose which is the best one, but everyone has just been so special and in its own way.
And what a special weekend this is, a record weekend. No matter where we look, there's records being broken. The amount of athletes, I mean, we have like 24,000 athletes, you've heard that already. We have like 90 different sports, and we have like over 80,000 people coming through here watching this expo and all these different sports. So this is really exciting. And the whole message here is very obvious, and that is we want to promote health and fitness here in South Africa, in Africa, and all over the world. This is what it's about. We want to inspire people and tell them to get out of the couch and stop watching TV and go and participate in sports. No matter what sport it is, it makes no difference to us. Any sport, that's what it is all about.
This is my first time at a show this big at the Arnold Classic. It's massive. I can't believe how big it is. It's great to be here.
It's challenging. It's like Arnold have brought the world closer to us. So we are able to see where we really are in terms of competition-wise.
It really was surreal, especially getting out there and just the light shining on you, being on the stage. I mean, the whole atmosphere in general, it's such a production. It's such an honor to be a part of it. It really is.
Well, the 4th edition has been very well organized, and from the previous ones, well, this one I came prepared and I'm just hoping to finish, stay strong.
Well, I mean, if you're used to lifting people, I think that I'm not that big enough for you to lift, right? I think you can do it, right? This is amazing. This is a good sport. I love it.
I'm not below average height at all, and you're looking down on me.
Yeah, I'm 6'6". I'm about 350. That's about 150, 160 kilos.
Okay, it's a lot more than me. Moving on.
Thank you very much for you guys supporting us, because at the end of the day, it's the media and the partnership with the media that really makes events like this a success. Thank you.
So Volvic is the premium ball, and we'd like to present you with a little thank you note for being a proud associate of us. Crazy Sports has been with Long Drive for the last 2 years, and we're very proud to be associated with you guys.
What a day it's been here at the Arnold Classic 2019 in Johannesburg. I had the best time, from checking out all the different sports that are very unusual to the outstanding athletes that really blew my mind. I mean, my best part was the fact that I got picked up by one of the big guys. My goodness, he really is strong. But for me, I really enjoyed being in the same room with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and can't wait to see what's going to happen next year in the 5th edition of this amazing festival right here. But you know what? I'm tired. It's been a really long day. And in Arnie's words, I'm going to say, we'll be back.